Yo, what's happening, man? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all be? How the hell y'all feeling, man? Say, it's been a minute, man, since your boy been on live. But right now I'm back at it, man. Nigga be, life be life, bro. Nigga handling real life situations and business. You know, I lost a family member in the process, so it's been a lot going on with the kid, man. So I've been somewhat duck dog, just more so handling that. I've been popping in my homeboy on A Weezy Bang stream whenever I can catch it. So I have been doing that. Other than that, man, I've been ducked off in the cup, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to recuperate, appreciate life, and just get everything together for the most part. But while I'm here for the day, man, we're gonna be pretty much going in talking about today's topic. And today's topic, we're gonna be going over clout, contradiction, and the beautiful lie. See what I'm saying? And in today's time, everybody is so caught up with the influence of social media. Everybody is willing to take any and everything at face value as long as it look good, presented a certain way. Like that's the main thing. It's like don't nobody in today's time fact check anything when it comes to people. And you can also spot real life contradictions in real time from people. Hey, what up with it, bang? You know what I mean? From certain people. So what I'm gonna probably get ready to do in a minute, I'm gonna go ahead and get to this damn video, man. And I got some other folks gonna probably tap in and hop on the stream, what have you, man. But this right here was a video that went on from Chuck the Builder. Well, not necessarily Chuck the Builder, but the Chuck the Builder situation to where he was the white guy going around on live stream in Nashville, Tennessee, calling the black men the niggers with the hard R and stuff. And whenever you buck at him, he say, "Hey, don't chimp out on me." Pretty much, calling you the ape or what have you. Don't chimp out, ape out, whatever you want to call it. He was saying a bunch of disparaging things. He was going viral. He had a little moment. But unfortunately for him, he messed around and at a courthouse, he said it to another black man, and the black man swung on him. Now, when the black man swung on him, Chuck the Builder pulled a pistol out and shot the black man and ended up shooting himself. So right now he's locked up behind bars behind the situation. See what I'm saying? So that's what's going on with him. But it sparked an interesting debate between academics and Sneeko, to where Sneeko was trying to say the country and the whole world moved on past the hard artwork from black people, so we should move on from it. It's kind of funny to hear how they tell us to get over our traumas and things we don't like and we deem it disrespectful, but they want you to always respect them. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get this video going, and we finna dig into this. Shout out to the Viral Way podcast. Let's go.
Okay, if you say word has no meaning, say fuck a lot right now.
Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you. It should have no meaning, right? There's a fucking meaning to it, right?
Okay.
Clearly, but you wouldn't say that, right?
Because
actually,
do you not see the point that you're making? How are you equating God?
Words have meaning, brother.
How are you equating God, disrespecting God, the Almighty, something that we have faith in, to something that only has meaning if we attribute meaning to it?
Is he dumb? How are you disrespecting God, but at the same time, you're being upset over a word that only has power because we give it power? Well, we could say the same thing about saying fuck God. We could say, why are you getting offended by me saying fuck God when it's just words? So the words have power, or do they not? Or do they only have power when they are offensive to things you care about, which is literally what he said. He cares about Allah or God, or he pretends to for his stream, but you don't care about black people. So we should just get over it and overlook it. But you and your religion, oh no, it's too sacred to use words that, according to you, have no power. Literal, he just contradicted himself the whole stream.
God has meaning without us.
Now that were their big facts, because when I seen this, I said the same damn thing. Like, which one is it? If words don't have power, then him saying F Allah or God shouldn't bother you, but it does because it offends you, which means your feelings to what you offended to matters more to you than how we feel. So in other words, we should get over it because you don't care about it versus now we gotta have empathy for your situation. Nah, bro. We ain't going. Let me play some more of the video.
Us. This hard R word, listen, this word only has the meaning that you give to it. Allah exists without us.
You just told me you can't disrespect God. Okay, get it, and I agree. But you can disrespect an entire group of people, and your solution to that is that the entire group of people should just not be offended.
That word
you're doing both.
only has what you went to this individual word.
Okay, if you say word has no meaning, say fuck Allah right now.
Is that what you're saying?
No, it was more. He got cooked even worse than that. Let me pull up the next clip. I'm gonna salute academics on this. A lot of people call him a goofy, but I think he got his wake up call. Like, hold on, I'll be cool with these niggas. I'll be streaming with these niggas. I'll be pulling up to yacht parties with these niggas. And this how y'all really feel? This what we keep telling y'all.
Now we're 1,000%. That's kind of how I look at the new generation who be all real cool and friendly with these other races and thinking it's cool to allow them to say what they want to say about us. Not knowing, look, bro, they don't really care about us like that, bro. They don't fuck with us like that, bro. They really don't, bro. But for some odd reason, our younger generation somewhat think that it's okay to just allow it because, hey, man, they seem to be cool. No, they ain't cool, man. They're more so using you for what you got, what you have access to. You see what I'm saying? That's all pretty much what I see it as. But I'm gonna let Viral keep on cooking. Go ahead, my dog.
Don't think just because you get in the rooms with these people that they view you any different. If you got clout, you got connections, you got something they need, they will use you, but they don't view you or respect you any different than they do any of us. They look at us all the same. What Kanye say? Even if you in the Benz, you still a nigga in a coupe. So let's keep going.
Different meaning,
right? Because society changed the meaning of this word. That's the point.
Okay. However, when that naturally happens, it happens. What I'm saying now is that nigga and the hard ER, they mean two very different things.
Because we allowed them to change their meaning. Because society moved on. Because we allowed them to change their meaning. That's the point.
And it's always somebody that ain't black telling black people what to be offended by. If you ain't black, your opinion on the N-word is non-valid. It's invalid. We don't give a fuck what you think about it. And you don't get to tell us to be offended by it or to not be offended by it. You don't get to tell us, oh, society moved on. No, bitch, nigga, you may have moved on. We ain't moved on because there's blood and his souls and his bodies on that word. It's not just a fucking word. It's history attached to that hard ER. It's blood lost, blood on the leaves. People, generations wiped out by the thousands and millions behind that hard ER. So no, you don't get to tell us it's just a word and to just move on. Do you know what epigenetics is? We carry trauma through our DNA. You could be born today, grow up, never heard the N-word in your life. Turn 16, be out in the street, somebody drive by, F you N-word hardy, and you're gonna feel that because that trauma is.
Now I say this, what you just said, like if y'all don't know, you first time being here, I'm born and raised from College Park, Georgia, south side of Atlanta, right? And where I grew up at, it was majority just us out there. Now, when I start going to other parts of Georgia that's outside of Atlanta, and start seeing how the other people may get down, kick politics, or how they feel, yeah, I was called a nigger with a hard ER. And when I heard that for the first time from another race, yeah, I went crazy. I wasn't going. You see what I'm saying? So when he say that, I can totally agree and respect his perspective because I went through that. You see what I'm saying? But I'm gonna just keep playing for a second because as you can tell, this Arabic guy, he has no clue what the hell he talking about. Just being real with you. No kind of clue.
It's in your DNA from your ancestors. So no, it ain't just a fucking word.
Let go.
You're being so.
Let go of these societal attributes to this word. Let go. Let go of the hurt.
All right, so them niggas in Palestine should let go of the goddamn hurt that Israel doing to them.
Okay.
Let it go.
The fact that you're not able to comprehend the difference between genocide.
No. You're saying that black people should let go of the hurt. But I'm saying, all right, you own that Palestine shit. Them niggas should let go of the hurt. How the fuckery that goddamn Israel them.
Okay, how this is such a dumb analogy. This is genocide's happening now. Slavery ended how long ago?
Slavery never ended. Slavery never ended. Go read the motherfucking, I believe, is it the 13th or the 14th Amendment? They said they ended slavery except if you are a prisoner, which is why they have private prisons, which is why you can invest in private prisons, which is why private prisons went on the stock market, which is why private prisons actually have sued the cities that they're in when they don't fill them up with prisoners, which is why in the Fulio case, when they was going for the death penalty, I believe the prosecutor said, no. This is a young Negro, a young, fit, healthy Negro. We can get a whole lot of free slavery out of him. I believe the phrase that he used was sweat equity. So the new word for slavery is sweat equity.
Right.
So slavery never ended. They just remixed it and didn't put it in your face enough.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Definitely true. Definitely true. Let me play a little bit more.
Like they used to do. And don't even get me into taxes. Don't get me into the laws that they make up. Because if you want to be real, if you a taxpaying citizen, you a fucking slave too. You work in a 9 to 5, you're a slave. You pay taxes, you're a slave. None of us are paying taxes because we want to. You're paying them against your will because they literally take it from you. But that's a whole nother conversation.
250 years ago?
Whatever happened with that
slavery ended, what, 250 years ago? And the genocide's happening right now. And also, there's no word to talk about Palestinians the same way there is about black people. This doesn't make any sense.
If you think that black people should let go the hurt of slavery, I think them Palestinian niggas should let go the fucking hurt of them bombs that got dropped. Facts.
Okay, it's happening right now, and also you're saying a word compared to.
I'm actually saying that to say nobody's gonna ever let go of their hurt. No, it makes sense. No one's gonna let go of their hurt, right?
People do let go of their hurt all the time. People let go. Why do you think white people aren't offended by the word Christ?
Yeah, see, that's the thing about it, man. As we can just tell just from watching this right here, like they really just want to be able to say what they want to say to us with no consequence. That's the main thing about here from what I'm gathering. They just really want to be ultra disrespectful to us and say what they want to say. It don't work like that. It is like they get upset that we check them. They don't let them be checking the disrespect, you know. But when it comes to the small hats and certain other people, they kind of know how to, you know, dial it back a little bit and be respectful. But for whatever reason, whatever society done told these people and wherever their homeland it may be, that we're less than. Therefore, they can say what they want to say and play it how they want to play it. But majority of them who do this, they don't really be around us and say it to us. They'll say it online, but they'll never say it to us. You did what I'm saying? Never say it to us. Jeremy Battle, that hey man, has the viral way. You funny. You call a nigga 25 cents. Hell no. But look, they play a little bit more.
Cracker.
White people aren't offended by the word cracker because there's no violent history behind the word cracker. There is no genocide behind the word cracker. That's why. There were no white people being lynched because of the word cracker. There were no white people being buck broken. There were no white babies being used as gator bait. There was no white people being dismembered because they couldn't pick enough cotton. There were no white people being castrated because the slave master's wife was gawking at the slave's mandingo too long and the slave master got jealous. Or the slave master's wife actually went and fucked that mandingo. So they castrated there's none of that history behind the word cracker. So of course you're not offended. Make it make sense, dumbass.
Or Asian people aren't afraid by the word.
What hurt they went to? I want to hear this one. Hold on, I got to take a shot. I was even going to drink this tree. I want to hear the hurt.
On top of that, a lot of people would tell you the word cracker came from the slave master having a whip and cracking the whip. So they used to call him a cracker. And don't tell me Asian people aren't offended. They got a Stop Asian Hate bill in 72 hours after 10 viral videos went viral of Asians being attacked. They got a whole Stop Asian Hate crime bill. I still ain't seen a anti-lynching bill. I still ain't seen an anti-black bill. It's still legal to be racist towards blacks. You say something racist.
That right there is definitely something I never understood when I seen that, man. Like the whole Asian hate crime bill that came from Biden, that tripped me out. Cause I said, damn, the Asians had one bad weekend, and they got a whole bill, whole everything to protect them. Everything literally to protect them. You know, and that to me, in my opinion, always just bugged me out. The mere fact that I seen that, I'm like, let me get this straight. So you mean to tell me that these folks can have a weekend of trauma and they're good, whereas when it comes to us, we can get unalived by cops for whatever reason, and everybody find a justification as to why we deserve to get gunned down? No, I never stood that. But for whatever reason, what happens to us, we gotta accept it. But when it comes from other people, it's more so cool. I don't know. I ain't dig that. Real talk. I really thought I had some folks gonna pull up tonight. I probably don't. So I got another video to do. So I'm gonna probably, end this video very soon. I got other things I could be doing. Them niggas lame as hell for this shit, but it is what it is. But let me finish the video out.
Racist towards any other race on these social media platforms, you get suspended. You say something racist towards blacks, and you get engagement. So what the fuck is this clown talking about? Yeah, shout out academics for cooking this dude. I hope he took this as a lesson and ran with it. Now, he says, how can you compare Palestine to what's going on with black people? And I'm going to say, how can you compare Palestine to what's going on with black people? Because the genocide of black people never stopped. I just saw somebody get lynched this year. What the fuck are you talking about? Black people still getting lynched right now. Sundown towns exist right now. Systemic racism still exists right now. What is this? Like, what is this dude talking about? When they tell you just move on, tell all of the people who was affected by 9/11, just move on. 9/11's slogan is literally never forget. The slogan for 9/11 is literally never forget. But we're supposed to forget 500 years of brutal slavery. What are you talking about? Brutal slavery? Why you don't tell the Jews to forget the Holocaust? I don't ever hear nobody telling the Jews just get over your pain. Only niggas though, huh?
And 2 technical fouls. That was, we were doing like the Angel Reese, a bunch of me bounds. We beat his ass with a bunch of me bounds. I didn't even think this was going to go viral, but look all over the internet, 8 million views. Everybody and their mama calling me, saying, embarrassed Sneeko. I have to tell each and every one of them, that's my friend. I'm still cool with them, but I vehemently disagree with them.
Come on, Act. Come on, Act. I was just giving you your props, man. This dude is not your friend. He's not your friend. Anybody who telling you as a friend that you need to get over the history of your people being genocided via racism and slavery is not a fucking friend.
Now I agree 1,000%. A whole 1,000%. But I'm from a different era, bro. We don't tolerate that type of stuff, nor do we allow it, man. But I can't necessarily speak to it, man, because I just grew up different. I grew up in the South. We ain't tolerate that type of shit down south, man. We ain't that damn friendly where I'm from, but it is what it is, man. A lot of them folks, man, from other places, man, they be cool with that type of shit. But let me go ahead and play some more of this right here.
A friend is empathetic of a friend because a friend cares about a friend. A friend having zero empathy for you and what your people goes through is not a friend. Sneeko's not your friend. He's an opportunist. All of this fake Muslim shit, he ain't a real Muslim. He started practicing being a Muslim because Andrew Tate did. Meanwhile, they catching him off camera drinking alcohol after he said he don't drink. Like, this dude's a grifter. He'll do anything to be in the spotlight.
Let's stop banging this Muslim stuff. 2 years. You're going to be back. You're either going to be atheist, agnostic, or you're going to be back on the Christian wave. 2 more years of banging.
If I'm the grifter, you change your religion, I don't know how many times in this call. So maybe keep that up for yourself. I don't know if you're going to be a prop.
I'm telling you, Sneeko, put it like this. Sneeko, I'm going to take the next iteration of Sneeko. He's done banging red pill. He's now Muslim. He's going to be black pill next. Looks Mexican. Straight up.
Okay. Well, your religion.
Before.
I don't think you're in a position to call me a grifter again when
he's definitely a grifter. He came on the scene acting like he was tapped in as a youth, right? He went in the whole, I'm tapped in bag. Then he went the whole red pill route. Then we found out he was a cuck who lets other men fuck his girl while he watches. Then the red pill shit went down the drain. Then Andrew Tate took off. And then he started the whole Muslim grift, and then Nico followed right behind that grift. So academics called him out, but stop calling this guy your friend. He is not your motherfucking friend.
I agree 1,000%. No cap.
His name is Sneak O. Who names they self Sneaky? That's too close to Snake, nigga. Fuck out of here. And he a racist, bro. He think another race, a white boy, calling you the hard ER is funny. What's funny about that? What the fuck is funny about that? He wouldn't say fuck Allah because he respects Allah. But y'all can say the hard ER because you don't respect niggas. Hold on. Did this dude just say he black? I didn't see this.
Yes. Okay. When issues come down, if it's going to affect people that look like me, and it's going to affect me personally, I'm me first.
So you're not really against racism. You're worshiping your skin color. You are embodying the same things that the racist white supremacists believe in. They think that their skin color comes before their faith.
Wait. Which part of saying that I value me and my community is a racist thing? How do you get to that conclusion?
Because you prioritize it over your faith. Your skin is more.
What's
Your
the definition
skin.
of, hold on. What's the definition of racism?
Discrimination of a race.
How am I discriminating by saying I prioritize things that has to do with me?
You
See, everybody can be proud of their race, but black people. As soon as we say I'm black and I'm proud, oh, you're racist. As soon as we say I value being black, oh, you're racist. That's how they try to gaslight you. Meanwhile, they can say white pride. Meanwhile, they can say brown pride. Asians could be proud to be Asian. Cambodians, they can have Cambodia Town in Long Beach.
Okay. Yeah. Who is his allies? Name 2618. It is a video, and no, we're not angry at all. I love for you to come up here and have a conversation with me. You know what I'm saying? If you feel that way, you know what I'm saying? You can definitely come up here and give me your actual perspective. So come on. I mean, you know, where that? That drop. There's a link right there, man. You know, you go hit that link one time, man. Because the thing is, you know, a lot of y'all say we're going with it. Some of y'all say this stuff online, man, but y'all never say it to us. So the thing is, white people do actually say white pride. They just call it, you know, a heritage American. They got other words for it, but it means the same thing. So my whole thing is, we're not angry at all. The thing is, y'all don't like when we speak how we really speak and speak our mind. Y'all want us to be the quiet niggas who don't say nothing. But whenever we talk with our chest out, y'all get timid and afraid and try to gaslight us and make it go somewhere else. So I gave you the link, man. You can gladly hop on the stream and voice your opinion. And don't type all that, because you type about 3-4 things and you ran. You know what I'm saying? And yes, guess what? Black people only think about their race because every other race think about their race. Nah, ain't nobody trying to fight nobody, bro. My whole thing is you typing a whole lot. You can just hop on the panel and say what you gotta say. It's just me and you, bro. No, the thing is, no, that ain't the case. The thing is, we don't go around disrespecting nobody else. So what makes you think you feel that y'all should be able to say what you want to say to us? If we got respect for whatever y'all represent, we leave it where it's at. But y'all seem to think you get too comfortable around black people, now you think you say what you want to say. And when you get checked for it, you don't know how to take it, because in your mind, we should be cool with everything. But you gotta understand, everybody got boundaries. And that's something when it comes to black people, y'all don't get. We have boundaries. But I gave you the link though, man. You know, I don't really care for all that typing, man. You know, you can definitely hit that link. You can definitely hit the link. Say what you gotta say. You a man, right? Like, or a woman, whatever you are, but don't play victim. Don't play victim. Oh, if you don't know what getting checked is, I don't know what to tell you, man. 2026, man. If you ain't been around, been outside, nowhere in your town, and you never heard the word getting checked, no. Getting checked is not a metaphor for assault. You take it to the first extreme. Getting checked is called being corrected, as in, let me correct you before you go about it the wrong way. That doesn't mean assault. That doesn't mean violence. That means, hold on, let me slow you down before you go too left with this. But I know y'all like to be corrected and or checked. But hey, man. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to the video, man. You ain't trying to hit that link, man. You know what's going on.
The Japanese, they can be proud. Everybody can be proud, but black people. Y'all got to pay attention to the words that these people use. These Jedi mind tricks.
Care more about your own skin color than humanity. You care more about your skin color than God.
No, y'all care more.
Now here's the thing. You said the magic word. My question to you is, it's a lot of magical words that offend whatever race, color, creed you are. We don't say it to you. Majority of us don't say it. So it hasn't been said before in the past, yes. Just like any other race done called black N-word with the RER. That have happened. Now, we don't go around every day looking, seeking you out. You should say it to you for what and why. We don't got a reason to be chasing you down, but the mere fact y'all can't say a word, it bothers y'all to where you want to know why you can't say it. And we told you a million reasons why you can't say it, but you just can't accept it. It's a simple thing. Just don't say it. Now, I say don't say it around us, and don't say it out loud. Because we can control what you do when you get at home, when you get in your car. You at home, in privacy of your own home, it is what it is. But when you out in public and you trying to say it out loud or just say it to one of us, it is what it is. Like, and all of us don't react the same way. Some of us are mature enough to where they'll sit there and have a conversation with you and they'll look past that. But a lot of us still be on 10 about it. So my advice to you is just don't say the magical word. If you know what come with consequences, why would you want to say it? Seriously. You know, hey, that's cool. You can believe what you want to believe, man. I told you can hit the link. You can believe what you want to believe, but yet and still, you've been warned. Listen, you can say what you want to say. How about this? You can take the chug the builder route all you want to. I'm a dog. I'm pulled. I'm gonna have a day. What else, Phil? What up with it?
Yo,
What, you hear me? What up with it?
what's going on?
I ain't know it's government.
Same shit. I talk about other shit, man, with academics.
You say
But
what?
I got a troll in the chat. I was talking about that Chud the Builder situation, and I was talking about the shit with academics and Sneeko, where they had a little back and forth. But I got a troll in the chat. You know, he's a white guy, apparently a white chick, whatever he is, he or she is. And he was saying that just because they can't say the N-word, just because they can't say the N-word, we're taking away their free speech. Oh, my nigga Swole done pulled up. What up, Swole?
Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you, man. I'm glad you pulled up, man.
Yeah.
I got a person in the chat. I got a person in the chat. His name is Alias, Alias name 2618. I gave him the link, man. He don't want to hit the link, man. But he said, I've been called a crack about blacks. I don't think about getting into a fist fight or threatened by anyone because I believe in free speech. So, Swole.
Yeah.
They want to say the N-word, bro.
You know, my question to people that want to say the N-word is, why do you want to say the N-word? Like, what does that do for you? I mean, it's like the English
A
vocabulary is
straw man fantasy, ass. Just hit the link, bro. We can have a conversation, bro. We can have a conversation. Don't type in the chat, bro. You don't type enough. You can hit that link. Should I drop it again for you? Go ahead, Swole.
yeah, I'm saying the English vocabulary is very expanded. There's so many words that's available to be used. So people that outside of black people, my main thinking is, why do you want to use that word? You know, is it you know the history of it? So what is it about that word that excites you so much that you want to use that? Out of all the words in the English vocabulary.
All right, he just responded. Now he said, now dig this. He said, I don't want to say any specific word. I want the right to not be beat up or jump for saying a specific word. What say you?
So let's say use the same concept. Okay, let's say you lost somebody in 9/11. And then you got people out here that don't even believe 9/11 even happened or whatever and stuff. So it kind of takes away from the pain that person lost that lost their family member in 9/11. So if somebody just come up and say, you know what, man, I don't care nothing about who you lost at 9/11. 9/11 wasn't even real. That's the right that person trying to preserve. Same way, what I'm saying, people, with the Holocaust, go out and say, I don't give a damn what grandparent or whatever suffered throughout the Holocaust or whatever stuff. I don't believe the Holocaust happened or whatever. So you got people that say stuff like that. So this is what you're fighting to protect is the ability to say whatever you want to people or whatever. 'Cause I guess you make it feel good and whatnot. And that's the freedom that you're fighting for. Is to be able to do that. Okay, I get you. Makes no sense to me, But yeah.
Right. Skrilla,
Yo,
what you think, bro? What you think?
about the you know what I'm saying, the N word, wanted to say the N word. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why they want to say it so bad, but I'm like, if you want, they say it, you better be ready to come with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
You see what happened to Chud?
I
Look
agree.
at Chud the building now. Look at him.
Yeah. I agree. 1,000%, my boy. Whole 1,000%. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I will do since I got y'all on here, I play something real quick. You know what I mean? Let me see this real quick. What the damn thing yet? What is it? Yeah, now this one I was looking at this a little bit earlier. What this damn thing yet? I want to show you this shit, y'all. I got y'all up here. I got y'all up here. This ought to be interesting. Y'all hold tight for a second. You know this shit is slow.
So I'm about to send out the link to the YouTube videos of my people. You on YouTube, right?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm about to find a link.
On the street hurling the N-word at a guy making monkey noises.
I'm jumping out. Look at that monkey. Go climb a tree. Somebody get him a banana.
Right, and so with that, he ended up being charged with theft of services, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. So now, apparently, he's well known in this community for this shit. Pretty much no one likes him, and even Nick Fuentes, right, the white nationalist, who maybe you've seen a video where he's talking about how he thinks Hitler is cool. He thinks that Chud lobs the N-word at people so aggressively that it's a bit much.
I don't think people should be fired for uttering the word. And I think it's a funny word. I don't think it should be treated like a blasphemy, but let's be honest, it's not a nice thing to say. It's actually not a very nice thing to say. And I don't know that we should actually be out there saying, hey, man, we should be able to go up to black people and start blasting a slur that offends them without expecting them to be offended.
But now the reason that we're talking about this today is about what happened yesterday, where you would cut the builder going to the Montgomery County Courthouse in Clarksville, Tennessee, where he had a civil case So that one, not over racist harassment. He was reportedly there for an unpaid debt. Well, while he was outside of the courthouse, he got into an altercation with someone that witnesses described as a black man. And you can see the video of the fight here. And it's not 100% clear exactly what happened, but reportedly a gun was fired. And shortly afterward, Chud live streamed himself talking to first responders, saying that a group, including the black man, were laughing and pointing at it.
Now, hold on. It's another video I was looking at earlier, dog. Not this one. Damn, I find this shit. I was just looking at this shit. Reason I gotta play it because I want y'all to hear the way they was trying to bend this whole narrative and shit. If I could find this motherfucker, I was watching this shit earlier. You know what I'm saying? But so many words, man. You had white people pretty much trying to tell you that they gotta stand firm and stand right to help Chug out of prison. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was really people saying that. They really felt like that they gotta try to help him get out of prison and felt like he's being dealt some sort of injustice behind this. Now, how that sound to y'all? Just hearing that little I just said.
All right, let's go first.
It wasn't him.
That's
shit
display.
I ain't say that because I ain't care for that video. So you said what? You said what?
Pardon me. Yeah, I was saying, yeah, it just goes to show how strong white nationalists, how they operate. So they don't care. They have a hive mindset, meaning that there's a matriarchal system that, as long as it stays within their own specific code, that's all they're going to go with. That's all they care about and stuff, is to maintain this balance of, we're going to maintain power over anybody else, and anybody else that try to threaten the power, we're going to come together and try to just maintain it and stuff. I don't know. It's the same people that bought the firearm that was used to slay Trayvon Martin. It's a weird bloodlust that they have when it comes to maintaining white nationalism. Yeah, these same people that got together as a family to watch a lynching, mutilation of a human, but it came together to celebrate this. It was something that they got off on, So that same mindset is still present with what you're seeing with them trying to get Buddy out. Knowing that this dude was wrong and evil or whatever, they support evil, ruthlessly.
Right. You ain't lying. Hold on quick. Yo, what up, everybody?
What's up?
That's good.
All right. Yeah, man. Been over here pretty much going over this damn video, man. And it's been funny, man, because to hear the oppositions and how they think or what they feel is interesting. Now, I don't know if y'all heard, but somebody in Detroit, it was a white guy in Detroit, tried to be a copycat of Chud the Builder, and yeah, it didn't work out good for him. He ain't make it. He ain't make it. So
He ain't with us no more.
And that's kind of just something that's been going on. You said what?
Oh, he on the line?
Yeah.
Oh.
You saying? Oh, this shit is tripping.
Hello? Can you hear me?
I can hear y'all. I can hear you now. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, right. Oh, wow. This guy still talking. Hey, alias name. You still came up here, man. I don't know what you're scared of, man. I mean, it's internet. You should be safe, man. We just talking online, man. Hey, Swole. Hey, buddy said George Zimmerman, and he ain't even white. Such nonsense. And he pretty much responded back what I said. What I said it didn't go well means the blacks murdered him over words. I mean, maybe so, man. My thing is, which I tell y'all, watch your fucking mouth. It's that simple. Watch your fucking mouth. You don't got to worry about it. You don't say it. You know what I'm saying? You want to live long. Don't say the bullshit. It's that simple. White guy, just don't say it.
That's just one of the things they get off on is gaslighting. You know, despite the fact George Zimmerman isn't technically white, he identifies as white. His ideologies are mimics that of whiteness. So because he isn't actually white, doesn't mean that he doesn't have a strong hold on whiteness.
And who was the biggest supporters of George Zimmerman?
White people.
Exactly.
Mainly white.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. That's my thing. Who was the main supporter?
What is George Zimmerman? What, he a Mexican?
He was Hispanic, I believe. I think Hispanic and something else. I think Hispanic and white.
Something like that. Now let me see some. I think I will watch the same.
Read some of the stuff that the guys talking about in the comment.
Let me see something. Hold on. Watching this shit. I don't know. But yeah, he was Hispanic. He was Hispanic.
Yeah, what I'm saying. I'm going back to read some of the comments from the guy. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, read one of the comments that the guy had
continue to
typed
be
in the
jailed under
comments.
that estimated $1.25 million bond, or if a judge could change those conditions. Now, investigators do say that Etherly, known online as Chud the Builder, was involved in a shooting outside the Montgomery County Courthouse here last Wednesday. Authorities say both Etherly and another man were shot during this incident and taken for medical treatment. Now, court records do show that Etherly had been at the courthouse earlier that day for a separate civil debt appearance. Etherly is now charged with attempted criminal homicide, employing a firearm during a dangerous felony, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment. Now, at his first court appearance last week, a judge cited the seriousness of these charges, public safety concerns, and the fact that the shooting happened outside a courthouse when setting that temporary bond amount. Now, court records do show that Etherly has pending cases in both Montgomery and Davidson counties, and at today's hearing, we're expecting to hear more about both those cases as that bond amount is set.
So then we get two updates, and I'm gonna just run them back to back.
News News' Maggie Weaver is in that courtroom right now, and she reports so far they have heard from multiple witnesses. And according to an investigator, courthouse security cameras captured that incident roughly from 12 different camera angles. So far, a ruling has not been made, but Maggie is following that for us.
I just got removed from Chud the Builder's court hearing, but I am here to say that it's probably a self-defense issue. The other guy, Joshua Fox, definitely attacked Chud the Builder, and it's going to be a clear-cut case of self-defense. So any holding him on bail is total bullshit, and he needs to be released. Chud did nothing wrong. He was right to defend himself. Josh Black was having a PTSD episode. He approached Chud first, and threatened his life. He said I was going to kill him. So that's that.
If you ever wish payday came sooner, this might actually help. There's a banking app called Current with a bunch of useful features. And one of the main ones lets you access up to $750 of your paychecks early. If you switch your payroll over with Current, you get a full set of features like paycheck advance.
I don't want to hear all that bullshit. But as you can clearly tell, they trying their best. They trying their best to dress it up to make a simple sense. You ain't catch that.
So the witness said that
You know,
the young man who was unalive was having a psychotic
no, he was shot.
episode
He wasn't unalive.
when he was shot.
Right.
I'm sorry, but he was having a psychotic episode.
Yeah, he was shot.
Hmm.
No, he wasn't. What happened was the Chug guy is a no antagonizer, so he say
I-
slick stuff
Right, I know who
to
Chud
black
the
people all
Builder
the
is.
time. And the thing is, yeah.
No, I'm asking.
Hey, Swole, you see Buddy typing?
Yeah, I was gonna respond to something that he had typed. One of which when he said that I was just looking at it, let me pull it back up. It said no white person can openly say white pride. What is the black man smoking? All right, so I've seen this many times about why can't we say black power or Hispanic say brown power, or, whatever. Then when white people come in and say white pride, and the difference between that and white pride is when people have black pride within themselves, it means celebrating their culture, celebrating from things that were put forth to make them fail and stuff, but still was able to have a spirit to come out and still do good things in life. Whereas you contribute white pride, what are you proud for? Because white pride is always associated with neo Nazis or whatever stuff. Now, if you you know what I'm saying, you white and you proud of something or whatever, there's certain groups that display pridefulness in their culture, such as Irish pride or whatever, Italian pride or whatever. So there's nothing wrong with celebrating that. But when you just flat out say white pride, what are you proud for? Or just being white? Because anytime that you would look in history when there's a display of white pride, it's always going to be something promoting racism. Always. You can't get away from that. So dude just right now he's I think he's just maybe trolling a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, like I said, yeah, he coming back saying you associate with
now
neo-Nazi.
I see Buddy.
Yeah, white pride is directly. It's one of those things you don't take my word for it. You can type in white pride and just what comes up and you'll get Google image. Simple as that. You're gonna see a whole a bunch of
when you Google it.
okay, you still type in white pride. First thing you're gonna see is swastikas and things pertaining to white supremacy.
Right. Now, Skrilla, what you think, bro? Cause we got a troll in the chat, bro. We got a troll in the chat, man. Now he's going at the Democrats who offer welfare based on not having a father in the household. The blacks were doomed. You know what I'm saying? And let me
Can I
see.
speak on? Can I speak on why what he is trying to reference? Because if he really wants to go there, we can go there. We can go back to the historical facts of how they literally would not allow women to have men in the home if they needed some type of assistance. So let's start there. Let's talk about how the FBI literally took out, were purposely taking out our black men. Simple because the whole scene is if you remove the man from the home, you remove the black king from the home, the family unit is going to fail. The fuck is he talking about?
Yeah.
So if you really want to talk about it, let's talk about it. Let's go back to the
I agree.
historical facts.
But see, hey, Squirrel, you going on with the mic, bro?
So what?
I was gonna say, well, the thing is though, I see you got something going on with your mic. So look, so now he's saying he agreeing with you. Shout out to you, Land, because you're one who's gonna agree with you. But if I said that, it would have been a problem. So shout out to you for saying that, Land. But because the thing
No,
is, he
I
don't
mean
know the whole history
let's
or the
really
thing.
right. So let's talk about it. If you want to really talk about why you're having the percentages of what you're having and dealing with right now. Let's talk about the historical fact that the government literally would not provide aid to women, or better yet, let's talk about the crime bill of 1991 that they put in place that locked a lot of our brothers and our fathers up. So if you want to go there, we can really go there. We can go down that street, Mr. Troll. The Democrats are evil people. All political parties are evil people. Let's put it like that. They all have their own self agenda.
Pretty
They're not
much.
about the people. If they were, you think we'd be in
None.
the situation we've been in for the last 20 and adult years of our lives? The last 20 years of our lives? Because I'm pretty sure everybody on this podcast is at least 40 plus.
Or close to it.
Yeah.
Or close to it.
So
You
this
know what I'm
political
saying?
party, this political system in this country as a whole is corrupt. It has been corrupt from day one. Let's start there.
Right.
But back to
Now,
the subject at hand about
let me
Chud
ask
the
you a question.
Builder.
Whoa.
Damn this troller.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's why I said talking to this person is pretty much futile because everything that he's stating is biased. And what I look at is they project all this venom and they got a whole pot of poison that's right there and they're not bothered by it or whatever, you know. Um, you have so much that
Right.
has transpired just within this past year that this administrator has done, you know, and it had been anybody else, namely Obama, doesn't have stuff that this current administration has done, you know, they'd be in their feelings. But they give this man full reign to do whatever he want, however he want. He can lie to him as much as he want, and they hold no accountability for whatsoever. Instead they project and they place blame on other people versus looking at themselves and saying, "Man, we need to tighten up." But they won't do that. They will place blame on anything and everybody, and they have this whole selective memory. They like to call out stuff that happens now, but then the same thing that was happening back then or whatever. I mean, I don't know. They just go back and forth with this selective memory and stuff. You know, they was on President Obama about wearing a brown
I
tan
agree.
suit, but yet the current administration can speak on and record it hearing talking about grabbing women by their private. That's sexual assault. You know, they support a cat that openly speaks about sexual assault. Whereas me as a man, I can't hang around a man that's talking about raping women or messing with children and stuff. You can't be around me. I'm gonna check you. But they get his dudes a pass. It's like anybody that I gotta feel like, man, I wouldn't feel right about having around my daughter or whatever and stuff, or my child or whatever. I can't go. I can't agree with nothing that dude got to say. You know, it's being a man first over anything. And a lot of these cats right here, when that man start talking about grabbing women by their privates or whatever and stuff, that should have been enough to be like, man, that ain't cool.
And I agree.
It's just a whole lot of
Yeah, I
going back
agree.
and forth.
I agree, man. But let me see, man. He ain't talking about it now. He pretty much said Joe Biden, he was the one who made that crime bill. He sponsored that crime bill. I think we all know this, man. But the thing with me is, I'm not gonna put everything on the Democrats or the Republicans because both of them ain't really never did enough people. You
Exactly.
know what I'm
That's
saying?
exactly what
At
I was
all.
saying. Neither of these parties are for the
They,
people. They're all for self. They're all for the political for the gains that they can line their pockets with. Because if they were, this
that's it.
country would not be in the turmoil that it's in. We wouldn't be paying. I wouldn't shouldn't be paying for 2 meals, 2 whole meals at the grocery store, almost $100 for 2 whole meals. I shouldn't be paying at the gas pump just to fill up my tank $80 when it normally costs me 35.
I agree.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear shit about a Republican, Democrat. At the
I
end of the
agree.
day, these people don't give a damn about the actual people that matter who stand up and vote for them. Because all you care about is lining your goddamn pockets. What kind of kickbacks can
Mm-hmm.
you get? And I'm
It's
not saying
weird.
That's
all
right.
politicians are bad. I'm not saying that all politicians are bad. But majority of them that are in the office today have their own self agenda. They don't care about the real need of people. If that was the case, a lot of these lower rural countries wouldn't counties or areas wouldn't be underfunded and barely operating. You have municipalities that are literally closing down because they don't have the funds, they don't have the money, they don't have the income to sustain itself. And if you really gave a damn about the people of this country, you would see that and change the way. Why are we spending $1 trillion on a freaking war that has nothing to do with us? Why?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Look at that.
I don't know.
Oh,
That right
oh.
there.
And then also, until we get these old ass goddamn politicians out of the office, these old ass motherfuckers that literally been in since my grandmama been a teenager.
Yeah. The same ones. Same ones. Same ones. No bullshit.
Get
No
them old
bullshit.
motherfuckers up out
But
there and let somebody come up with some new, fresh ideas and a clear mindset. One who knows the struggle of the last 20, 30 years, who's lived in this shit.
right.
Y'all literally been sitting on your asses for the last 50 years, comfortably. I'm sorry.
No, I agree. I agree. But all right. We pretty much smoked that one out. We smoked that one out. You know what I mean? Hey, white guy, man. We talk about other things too, man. So you know, you want to stick around, man. I got one more video to play. So, this video right here is pretty much talking about Miss Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. You know, the person who told us that she was a doctor, that had us all believing she was a doctor. Just to finally find out that she was never a doctor. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna go over this video, and after that, ain't nothing but 12-minute video. I'm gonna stop it, get some commentary, and yeah, we're gonna end after this right here. But let's get to this video. Give it a second to load up. Give it a second to load up. You know how my little shit is. Shit be tripping. That's your TV, Lynn?
Oh yeah, let me kind of read it.
Yeah, it's your TV.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, shit, man. Oh man, there we go. This damn thing good.
Went back online to get my official transcripts because I was applying to law school many years ago to be a professor there.
Shall be over. Dr. Pink Book blessings.
If you know what you're about to say is a lie before you even say it.
I went to a school, Argus University, completed an entire program, went back online to get my official transcripts because I was applying to a law school many years ago to be a professor there. And I had to provide my transcripts, right, to get hired. And I went to contact the school and say, hey, I need my official transcripts. I need my entire thing. And there was no school.
You lied, right? Then you lied about lying. Okay, then you lied about lying about lying.
I was like, okay, I'm confused. I Google. It says this school has been shut down.
Stop lying.
I said, oh, but they got to have records. I mean, they were accredited when I attended the school. They were accredited when I finished the program. I go and look, there is a third party that has the records. Well, I contact the third party. That third party only holds records for 2 years.
Why you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop lying.
Okay, so who is CheyenneBryant? Great question. Because honestly, nobody really knows at this point. She's been cosplaying as a doctor for so long, she started believing her own lies. She's a wannabe relationship therapist with no relationship, no license, and no actual credentials to call herself a therapist, let alone a doctor. She's been strutting around as Dr. CheyenneBryant for years, presenting herself as a certified PhD and relationship expert, popping up on platforms with Nick Cannon, Cam Newton, Shannon Sharp, Joe Budden, and The Breakfast Club, gaining high visibility. Then she casually went on a podcast and told everybody she wasn't licensed. So then people started asking, okay, but where's the degree? She came up with this outrageous lie. And when people started questioning her again, she grew more defiant. She said her obedience is to God, not to people. And ma'am, God don't have nothing to do with your scam. Nah, God did not tell you to come to the people with this scheme. Just show the degree. Oh yeah, but she can't because it doesn't exist. All of this made her the biggest fraud in the relationship space since Derek Jackson. Straight up fraud.
What has CheyenneBryant, Dr. CheyenneBryant, whatever, has done to y'all?
She lied. She presented herself as a therapist, playing around with people's lives and mental health. What do you mean?
Because I do not agree with the masses of Black women that are gathering and unifying together to try and destroy, like there's like a witch hunt to burn this lady at the stake because she doesn't hold some sort of title that you have. She doesn't, she's too pretty and she's getting pretty privilege.
Stop the baby by bimbo babble. This woman presented herself as a licensed therapist, as a credentialed doctor. It's not just about her not having a degree or a title. It's about the deception, the fraud.
All right. What's your thoughts on that one, man?
Twice, we're telling us what to do, yeah? All right, give up your piece, dude. You too, Troy.
I mean, I guess since I'm the only female, I guess I'll speak.
Yeah. Go ahead. Thank you.
I'm not saying that some of the things that Dr. Bryant was saying in herself or in her help of people in their relationship wasn't good. No, because there's some things that I can say that I agree with her, but at the same time, she should not have lied on her credentials because people did work. Some people worked very hard for those degrees. Some people worked long and hard for those type of licenses and degrees. And in order for you to clinically diagnose anybody, you have to be licensed. So you don't need to be coming around calling yourself doctor and not carry the weight of the credentials. And that's what a lot of people are upset about, is that you took something that is so sacred to a lot of people and made a mockery of it, in a sense, because you around here acting as if you're a doctor and you're not really a doctor. And as any black person that I know, if,
Right.
especially with our group of in our generation and the generation before us, that is the most honorable thing that you can do is have that diploma hanging up, because that's gonna be hanging up in somebody's house, your mama house, your grandma house, your closest auntie that raised you like a mama, somebody, your house. Hell, I got my high school and my college diploma up. So
Right.
you can't tell me that you don't have a diploma. Because when I walk in my doctor's office, that's what I see. I see her license
Right.
and I see her actual diploma. So for you to say, well, they can't produce the
Right.
transcripts, that's bullshit. I can go back and get my transcripts from high school right now. And I've been out 29 years, almost.
Right.
Damn near 30
Right.
years. So that's bullshit. I don't want to hear that shit. You just finagled your way through. You finessed everybody, which is basically the way of the tricks of the trade now. Is nobody is true. You call yourself this self-help, and it's cool if you want to be a life coach. But there are classes that you have to take in order to become a life coach. Period. Because there are certain personalities that you have to understand and know how
Right.
to deal with. You can't just diagnose people with something and think you're going to be able to give them the methods to help them, because you may be giving methods that can long term be detrimental to them. So
Nah,
Cheyenne
go
is
ahead,
just
Tyler.
is just a big ass scammer. She just finessed every fucking body. One, because she is pretty. One, because she does have a nice shape. So that was a little bit easier for you to get by because you do got pretty privilege. She's just a big ass
Yeah,
scammer.
Swole. What you gotta say, bro?
Yeah, I
Shout out to you,
second
man.
that.
Thank you
Like
for being the
I
one
don't
that's saying that shit.
I don't follow anything that she does. I really don't know who she is. I just know that there are another course of action that she could have did versus just outright lying. So you a therapist, yeah, you do have to have those credentials and whatnot and stuff. You know, a lot of times therapists, depending on what kind of therapist you are, you can prescribe medication and stuff. So you have
Mhm.
to have the credentials to show that, hey, I went to school, I know how to apply this medication towards this type of behavior or whatnot, and break it down. Now, there's a way that you can help people, and this is really based off of your own experiences. You know, just
Right.
you can study human nature and not have to go to college. That's just being a life coach. So life coach is a little bit different. It just is you
Right.
take and you analyze what people have went through and you can possibly apply to what you did and whatnot. It's just somebody that's just capable of giving good sound advice. It's not meant to hurt nobody or whatever and stuff, but it's kind of meant to kind of allow you to open your eyes to something outside of yourself or whatever, you know. And you can get away with helping people by being a life coach. You know, that's just like a big brother system or something. You know, boys and girls clubs or whatever. That's still like a form of life coaching or whatnot, where you just helping people that may be going through something. But just to flat out say, hey, I got this master's degree, I got this PhD, and knowing that you didn't or whatever, that's just a slap in the face to people that's really put in the work to achieve that. You know, and then it's also it's being you you're pretty much just doing a disservice to people that look up to you, because now if they can't trust you for your word of your origin of your skill set and whatnot, then what makes them be able to trust you, you know, as far as giving them advice now? Because you could be leading down the wrong path or whatever, you know, because you went down the wrong path yourself by coming out here lying. So, you know, what service can you serve the community when you yourself cannot right?
Nah, I agree. 1,000%, my boy. 1,000%. 1,000 per damn cent. So, Skrilla, what say you, my boy? Oh, you done fell off. Damn, man. You done fell off. But let me play a little bit more of this shit, man. Because she got on that Breakfast Club and just said she lost her license because pretty much she don't feel like dealing with the whole insurance shit. So let me play some more of that.
Fraud. Using a fake degree that didn't exist and using a title, all this she didn't earn, to legitimize herself for enrichment. People paid this woman real money. We're talking about therapy sessions, thinking they were going to a licensed professional with credentials. It's not about what she looks like. It's about the deception and the fraudulent activities.
I'm sorry, but this is all just giving hate and jealousy.
There's a difference between jealousy and accountability. Jealous of what exactly? The unverifiable PhD, the unlicensed therapy practice, the records of these 3 PhDs that magically disappeared. See, every time they can't defend bad behavior, they resort to is hate. No, you're dealing with a serpent, and nobody's going to defend these Jezebels and these devils more than other Jezebels and devils. Nobody. This woman right here is more concerned about defending a woman that scammed Black women while pretending to be promoting unity or a sisterhood. If your sisterhood involves scammers and deception, then you can't be surprised when nobody's rocking with you. But other scammers, of course, you know, y'all stick together over there, that way.
That's all it's given, because she's gained some sort of popularity and celebrity that you don't have, because that's all I hear whenever y'all get on here making these think pieces. I don't care enough about anybody's individual life on social media to want to unify and gather to destroy and tear down another Black woman. If we put that energy into destroying the greater higher ups that are really destroying the Black community, we could be really formative. But
who cares if CheyenneBryant is lying about getting a PhD? It's just a PhD. Anybody can get a PhD. You're not all of that because you have a PhD. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I just don't get it. Because you didn't get that far. That's why you don't get it. Because you didn't get that far. You see, I'm not coming from the standpoint of, oh, I'm so elitist, I'm better than you because I hold multiple degrees. I'm working on my 4th degree, which is a master's of physics, because it is. And I'm also not a therapist, so I won't be able to tell you all the doors that will be able to open for you once you get your PhD. But what I do know is that we already live in a world where people assume that we are not qualified enough to be in the room. They're already assuming that you're just the LGBTQIA plus hire. You're just the Black American hire. You're just the African hire. You're just the Arab Muslim hire. You're just the Jewish hire. You're just the Indian Pakistani hire. You're just the Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Vietnamese hire. You're just a Mexican hire. That's all you will ever be. They needed that person with the personality. Oh, they just needed a pretty woman. Oh, that's it. They just needed their diversity quota to be met. And then on top of that, you ain't got to lie about getting a PhD, because, baby, not being ready for a PhD or just not having it yet is totally understandable for those of us that already hold degrees. I totally understand why the average human being does not have a PhD. Because, girl, a PhD of physics? Like, girl, it's okay for you to just kick it with us, the kings and queens of master's degrees. But Another big reason as to why it's such a big freaking deal is because a lot of non-degree holders assume that those of us that hold degrees, or you may hold a degree, praise the Lord, hallelujah, salvation, glory, hold my hand, and welcome to the congregation, no judgment here. A lot of people assume that those of us that hold degrees come from a privileged background. Baby, them degrees come with sacrifice. Those degrees, baby, they hold sweat, they hold tears.
I was like, okay, I'm confused. I Google. It says this school has been shut down.
Stop lying.
I said, oh, well, they got to have records. I mean, they were accredited when I attended the school. They were accredited when I finished the program. I go, look, there is a third party that has the records. Why I contact the third party? That third party only holds records for 2 years.
Let me tell you porch monkey something. You darkies, you jigaboos, you'll never understand, because as a psychology expert with licensure, but I don't have the licensure because you only need that to diagnose. And I went to the university, and then I was applying to be a professor.
She being funny now. Now, I'll say this though, man, since you're the only woman up here. Shout out to y'all, man, for not going for that sucker shit and letting it slide just because of the sisterhood.
No, because it's right. I mean, like the last lady said, it's only right. It's like you're not going to take away from the hard sweat and tears of people who did work for it. And no, it is about being credible in this society now. So I have that piece of paper back and say, no, it isn't just because you hired me because I'm black. It's because I'm qualified.
Right.
And that's the thing that she doesn't
Right.
understand. It's the weight of that is in itself. And Dr. Bryant, I ain't even gonna call her Dr. Bryant. Cheyenne needs to take accountability in that, and not try to double down and say, "Oh, I wasn't able to get my transcripts. They only hold transcripts for 2 years." That is a lie. So it's just like, just be accountable and just admit that you finessed your way through this. And it's not right. And even as being a life coach, you still have to take some type of certification class. You can't just be saying, "Oh, I'm just going to become a life coach." Shit. Hell, I can become a life coach. I give all of my friends good advice. I can be a life coach. Hell, but I don't take it my damn self. So I can too become a life coach.
Yeah.
No, I can't. I have to be licensed and certified, at least certified. And then the fact that you're taking money from clients, you're operating a business. In order to operate a business, you got to have a license, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. How else are you going to account for the money that influx of money that you get in, that you're charging people, and you don't have a legitimate business or a business license to account for it? Like, come on, this chick is unreal. Yeah. And I hate the people think. I hate when women think, "Oh, it's because we're haters. You're a hater. You're because she's pretty." No, nobody is hating because she's pretty. We're hating because we're upset at the fact that you finessed your way through this versus worked your way, and then you double down as if we were stupid.
Hold on. Hey, Swole, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
What you guys say, bro? I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's like I still feel the same way. Like, man, you can't just come out here and I don't know. You know, it's a saying you can't don't fake the funk or whatever stuff. You can't just come out here and say that you this and that, but then when it comes down to okay, well, let me see your paperwork or whatever and stuff. I don't know what happened to it. Some, no, you gotta when you're dealing with the psyche of a person, you know what I'm saying? Your words matter, but your credibility matters even more.
Yes, it does.
So
Mm-hmm.
All this, I give great advice and this and that or whatever and stuff. Yeah, it sounds good, but if you are portraying yourself as something that you're not, then your whatever you've done, it can now fall back and be like it can be challenged because this person
It's
had me
not
feeling like
authentic.
that. Yeah, it's not authentic or whatever stuff. So now I got to question everything that was ever told to me.
Yep. Yep.
It's just
I agree.
always best to come lead forward with honesty, let people know, hey, I'm not, I don't have a PhD behind it or whatever, master's degree behind it. This is who I am. These are my experience. And we can take my experience and apply it to your experience, and we can come up with a solution to help you. You know, you come out and
Right.
come out on those lines of that honesty or whatever, things work out better for you and the person or whatever, because now you're not doing it for a reason of being devious. You're doing it because you're being sincere. You know, you have a genuine concern or love, or you just want to see somebody make it, you know.
Right.
With her, you know, it's really kind of hard to judge where she coming from, what her motives are. You know, if you're if you coming out here not being honest. So
hmm And she even coined the name and trademarked the name Dr. Bryant, and that's fine. Because hell, we got Dr. Dre, and Dr. Dre ain't no PhD of no damn music.
Exactly.
So, I understand the coining and getting the legitimacy in your name. Okay, I get it. I get that. If that's what you want to do to make your money, make your money. However, to just sit here and blatantly lie when we are in a day and age of fact checking and it's accessible to everybody, and you only got to pay a little small fee of probably a couple of dollars just to get all the information. So it's like you don't really think that people would fact check you? You that so deep into the lie that you didn't think it through to think in this day and age and technology we are able to fact check you and know whether or not you're telling the truth. And then you still gonna sit there and lie? And then you mad at us because we caught you in the lie? That's just, it boggles me the way
Yeah.
society is now. It really does.
the same sentiment.
I agree.
We just
I,
living in a weird time, just in general.
yeah. I can't make sense of it. I can't make sense of it. I promise you I can't. I promise you I can't. I
It's
can't make no kind
weird.
of
It's
sense
the
of
weirdest shit ever. It's I think it's one, the obsession. One is it's a lot. It's the obsession of people's lives. Like, why do we care so much in that in depth into a person's life? Why, I
Yeah.
have no
Right.
idea. Two is the conception of you gotta fake it to make it, or you have to tell the most be the most outrageous, do the most outrageous thing in order for people to really pay attention to you or know who you are, or do this is like to stay relevant. Why? Just be you. Why you have to put on
Yeah.
this persona or this act of or even lie to get ahead? That this new day and age is exhausting.
It is. it is. It is. It is.
And it's just
Definitely
like
is.
this
I ain't gonna hold you.
clout chasing, the internet. I do truly believe internet is a gift and a curse.
That it is. that it is. That it is. It definitely is. No bullshit.
It's a
That
gift and a
bullshit.
fucking curse. It's a double-edged sword.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nah. Oh,
That's why it's like even buddy that's in the chat or whatever and stuff. I could have went in and then shut it down and stuff, but it's like these people have a weird way of thinking, and it's like to even go back and forth with cats like that is a waste of your time and stuff because they celebrate a human that lies to them on a daily. You know, tell him things that it's on record of him saying that he's going to do this or whatever, and they don't hold him accountable for anything. They
Nope.
celebrate any little odd thing this dude speaks about. They don't question that this man always talks about just being the greatest at this, the first time this to ever happen, the best at this or whatever. That's just weird, you
It's
know?
it is.
beyond weird. It's to a point where you're like, so you see it for yourself, and yet you still believe what they're telling you, and you see that it's different. You know, with your eyes, a rational person can see this isn't real, but you gonna let somebody else tell you that it is. Okay, it's just
Yep.
this twisted real. I swear to you, since 20, we have not been. I have not been normal where I felt like the world is normal since 2016, since this first term of this motherfucker.
Nah, you ain't lying.
And it really everything really started going here before then because you remember in 2008 election and stuff, they created the precursor of the MAGA, which is the Tea Party.
Mhm.
It's like these folks lost their mind just because of a person of color became the one and only black president.
It's like the
And
white
it's
people, like it's like the people that those other people, those delusional people, literally had a mental break at that point.
yeah, it's like we knew
Because
we knew it was gonna happen, but it's like, man,
I
we
knew it
are
was gonna happen
20
the
years
minute
removed
my
and still.
my grandfather, who was 80, is probably was 75 years old and was voting for the first time ever. 75.
Yeah, wow.
So when I saw that, oh, I knew. I was like, yep, he got this one. Now, granted, the first one, yes, he got on the backs of the black people.
Hmm?
Yes, he did. And I understand with him being the president, I wasn't looking for him to give us reparations because I knew this country would never let him do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But what I was looking for him was to acknowledge the atrocities that have happened to us, even in this day and time. I am 100% glad that he spoke on about Trayvon Martin, about Mike Brown, about Sterling Austin, and when all of that happened. So, and Sandra Bland, but it comes a point in time where you're just like, okay, something has to give in this country. And I
Yeah.
really believe and truly honest believe that this country is never going to turn around for good and acknowledge the melting pot that it is of amongst all races until this country literally sheds all craziness that has happened prior, the 250 years prior.
You know, the closest we ever came to that was in 9/11. When that happened,
I
then
agree.
that's when people started saying, "Hey, you know what? We can."
To a
People,
certain
regular
degree,
blue
to a
collar,
certain no,
just
I agree with that to a certain degree.
yeah. But outside that, shoot, when quote unquote first black president became president, all that went out the door.
I
It's
agree.
over
When
with.
9/11 happened, I believe that was the first time I saw this country really kind of come together, but I also saw it separate itself from a group of people. And I'm not
Mm.
even gonna lie. And I'm not gonna sit here. I'm gonna be transparent. I'm not gonna say that I didn't have my own prejudice during that time. I did.
Mhm.
And that was because of propaganda for one, media
Yeah.
propaganda for one. Because you have to remember, not all are like that. So am I wrong for yes, I'm dead wrong. And I can hold myself accountable in that. So I
Yeah.
was dead wrong around that time for some of the
Right.
thoughts and the things that I may have said.
And that what makes
Daddy
you
made me do
normal
it.
is being able to say, okay, man, we had screwed up views or whatever in the past. Well, but you held yourself accountable. These people don't know how to do it. They don't even know the meaning of that.
Hell no. They wanna antagonize and then play victim.
Mhm.
Yep, damn
And
sure
then
do. Just like to the builder.
and then they also playing, I guess, because of I guess well, the color where they assume that they just the most knowledgeable beings, and so before there is even a debate, they already feel that it's one or whatever, just because they can repeat something they heard on Fox News or something over and over.
This
Whereas
is my
somebody like
thing.
me, I know they argue me before they even say it.
I would like to believe, I would like to understand how in the world did the European race think that we were savages when we are the ones who taught them how to even wash and bathe their behinds, which they still can't do to this day properly.
The world may never know.
So how are we the savages when we had infrastructure and working toilet systems and cities and kingdoms running and operating for hundreds of years before you ever did? But yet,
Circumventing the planet way before there was such thing as Galileo. We had a Dogon tribe that was and learned that you can use the stars and planets to navigate the
exactly.
waters
So
thousands of years
how are
ago.
we the most ignorant? How are we the most uncivilized? Hmm.
We are the ones that actually are the author and originators of vaccine. In Boston, there was a huge smallpox epidemic going on. They had an ex-slave named Onesimus who knew that from the motherland they dealt with smallpox and knew that you could get pulse of cows and inject it on your skin, and they would grant you. I guess I don't know if he knew that this could produce antibodies at the time,
Mhm.
but he knew that will ward you from becoming extremely sick. That right there is the first, basically, vaccine, and it was created by us. So we are the authors of science,
Yep.
innovators of all
Hotels
things
and
that were
all that.
invented. Agriculture, astronomy,
We are
all of
the
that.
original innovators of time. So
Hmm.
I don't under. This is why I don't understand the vitriol towards our race. Sometimes it's like, but we're not. We come in love and peace. In majority, we welcome people into our own community. We welcome people into our our atmosphere. You guys don't.
And the thing about that though is, truth be told, that was our downfall because even though we did
It's
have
all.
kingdoms and whatnot and stuff, people were like, "Well, how if y'all had all this technology and this and that, why weren't y'all not able to defend yourself?" But you got to realize that our mindset was not of war or
No,
being savages or whatever. We was a peaceful civilization, so we had no need
we're
for
about building. Now,
weapons
was
and
there
stuff.
war? Of course there were wars. Of course there were kingdom trying to be taken over. Of course there were. We're not saying
Hmm.
that it was all peaceful. What we're saying is that in the time it was about building community, building generational wealth
Right.
within our own tribe and within our own communities. So it baffles me how other races of people, and not just white people, and there's other races of that are negative towards black communities, which I think never seem to understand because y'all are under the same plight that we are.
Yeah.
You just don't recognize it. It just hasn't happened to you yet. Or it does happen to you, you just don't see it.
My hello.
Mhm.
Oh, my bad, Joe. My bad. But I was gonna say, man, y'all pretty much did your thing with this shit. Y'all smoked the shit out, man. I'm gonna probably get up off here. I want to thank both of y'all and Wes for popping in where he could, man. Y'all definitely helped me out. And shout out to that troll, man. Hopefully the son bitch subscribed to the channel, motherfucker. Nigga had a lot of shit to say, but he was up on the panel though. You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't on too bad.
But
He got some understanding.
nah, for sure, for sure. But I'm gonna definitely try to get back to doing this. I've been taking care of a few things. That's why I ain't been on here much. But I'm gonna get back to it. And you know, man, I know how to find you, so I'm gonna get at you about it. You know what I mean? And you know, same thing with you, Swole. You know what I mean? So we go ahead and shut this thing down, man. Yeah. Both of y'all have yourselves a good night, man.
Hey, do as well. Y'all be safe.
All
You
right.
too.
Yep.